Well, companies have said on their quarterly earnings call that they're feeling the squeeze from U.S. tariffs this year. Cart.com, a logistics solutions provider, says that it is helping retailers navigate this landscape. Joining me now with more is Cart.com co-founder Remington Tonar. Remington, it's great to have you on the show this morning, joining us from Houston. And so for those who want to learn more about your company, take us through what your firm does and who it is servicing.
Yeah, first of all, Kristen, thank you so much for having me here today and having Cart.com back on the show. We provide a full suite of commerce and logistics software and services to leading brands and retailers around the country. Our technology and the services we wrap around it are designed to help our clients drive demand, manage orders and inventory, and ultimately fulfill that inventory and deliver that inventory to their customers, regardless of what channel their customers are purchasing through. And today we're working with hundreds of leading apparel and footwear brands, home goods and hardware brands, as well as top health and beauty and pharmaceutical companies, from Fortune 500s to mid-market leaders that you see in the shopping malls or online every day.
Yeah. Now, with the de minimis exemption gone, which previously protected items under $800 to enter the country without paying taxes or duties, and new tariffs hitting furniture just before the holidays, how are consumers and retailers preparing for these higher expenses?
Yeah, there will be higher expenses that retailers have seen. We're already seeing our customers increase prices preemptively going into the holiday season. If you think about the impact of what the de minimis exemption going away has meant, there were billions of items that were shipped using the de minimis exemption every year, equating to nearly $65 billion of value in 2024. And so if you think about the order of magnitude that the de minimis exemption going away actually affects, it's quite large, and a lot of retailers, particularly those that are in categories like apparel, footwear, and a lot of traditional retail categories, they are going to have to contend with this. Some are raising prices, some are reducing their assortment and looking at how they merchandise. Some are shifting their supply chains and moving manufacturing and have been on that journey now for the better part of this year. But if you think about who this impacts, Kristen, there's a lot of smaller and mid-market merchants that frankly don't have the level of resources to be able to address and compensate for some of these tariff-related changes as fast as the larger brands. And so we're really concerned that it's going to have a disproportional impact on some of these smaller, medium-sized brands that many consumers in the U.S. have come to know and love.
Yeah. Well, PwC says Americans plan to spend 5% less this holiday season. How much of that do you anticipate is driven by policy versus economic concern?
Well, I think the two are very related. Our economy is a complex system, and certainly there are political economics involved. I do think that there is a general sentiment that is impacting consumer optimism and their willingness to spend going into this holiday season. I do think that they are seeing uncertainties such as the price of goods and what are the prices of their favorite products going to be this holiday season, and are preemptively thinking about reducing their spending. At the same time, another thing that we're watching, Kristen, is the continued level of credit card usage and credit card delinquencies. So we actually think that some of that credit card usage and the delinquency rates, even though they've been relatively flat over the last few months, they're still elevated historically speaking. We're concerned that that's also going to be impacting the situation going into the holidays. And then when you add on top of that the hundreds of thousands of furloughed federal employees today, we're very concerned that these forces combined, the confluence of these factors, will negatively impact consumer spending. 5% is what we're tracking to now, but there are certain scenarios that we've been monitoring that have the slowdown being quite a bit higher than that.
Thank you so much for joining Remington. That's Cart.com co-founder Remington Tonar joining us from Houston this morning.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you.